Can you name a black graphic designer? It's a simple question, but when it was brought to my attention by my former graphic design history professor, Pierre Bowins, I didn't have an answer for him. Pierre has a strong understanding of design history, specifically in Black American graphic design, as his college thesis paper, A Sin of Omission, was on this exact topic. He challenged the traditional design history teachings, stating it lacked balance, primarily focusing on Euro-American design, and they had little to none Black American influences, creating an unbalance.
So when I started my research, I was lost. I was one of these lost students. When I showed up to the school and I told him my story, and my story was basically every time I go to a design conference or a design event, it's like there's only 2 or 3 people that look like me there. A lot of the advisors there, talked to me about what direction I should head in with my thesis, and it came to, where are the black designers? Me being so naive, I said, who is the first, right? So I went as far back as the 1920s and found Charles Dawson. And from there, it advanced into Louise Jefferson, a lot of the Harlem Renaissance, like Eric Douglas. Moved into the 70s and 80s with Cheryl Miller, Sylvia Harris, then looked into the 90s, and there's a lot of in between. There's just so many of them now that I've discovered, and when I say I was being naive and trying to find the first black designer, now it's that whole question has just been blown out of the water. My belief that is, when they're writing the design histories, there's nobody that looks like me that's there. Everything is based on European design, Bauhaus and Swiss. And what I mean by that is any other culture. Within my design history class, I try to incorporate at least a little bit of every culture in there, from the Swana culture to black culture to even like European cultures that are not even represented. There's no representation of Celtic art or design within a design history book.
In Pierre's online lecture for DePaul Design Talks, he examines the history books used in classrooms and identifies what is missing from them.
So here are some quite unbelievable statistics that shocked me when I started researching word counts in these books. Graphic Design Reference, which was published in 2012, has a word count of 124,000. It has an overwhelming 227 words highlighting the Black American designer. Another book, Meg's History of Graphic Design, his 3rd edition, with a word count of 212,000 words, at an estimated 32 words referencing Black American graphic designers. Graphic Design History Critical Guide, published in 2012 with a word count of 128,000, has 0 words dedicated to the distinguished work of Black American designers today. All right, so I guess what I mean to say, word count is value when it comes to being written in history books. With black designers, there being so few words mentioned in the history books, it's overlooked. Whereas the Bauhaus, you get 50 pages. So you're bound to remember the history of that versus 2 words mentioning a black designer in a book. In a nutshell, the system has been against promoting Black American designers or giving them recognition.
Pierre's Sin of Omission exhibition is the embodiment of his thesis paper, bringing to life the underrepresented art of Black American designers, showcasing real artifacts from historically important Black American designers, such as the first designed African American stamp by George Olden, the Viewmaster toy by Charles Harrison, and the original 7-Up brand identity designed by Thomas Miller.
So the first time I showed it was at Slippery Rock University. The few students were there. That was a PWI, a predominantly white institution. But the few students of color that were there, they took it all in. They were real excited about seeing what I showed. Later, I showed it at UMES, which is an HBCU. It got great reviews down there from the faculty, the staff, on campus as a whole, especially focusing on black design at HBCU. And the students loved it. I think it's opened their eyes that they can be successful designers. Even here at GMU, in my history class, I get students that say, in their senior year, in their senior project, they say, thank you for what you taught me. Now I know how to branch off and find my culture in history, if it's not mentioned in the book. and that's my goal as an educator, is to teach students to go out and do the research and how to do that research to find what they really want to do. And it just happens to be a little historical aspect kicked in there that a lot of people want to learn more about their culture.
Similar to the SIN of Omission exhibition, in 1970, the Black Artist in Graphic Communication exhibition was a collective of 49 designers from across the United States. These artists had diverse backgrounds in advertising, illustration, television, photography, and much more. They came together to ensure their designs could be seen by the community and to show the contribution of Black persons in all areas of society.
It was an exhibition that Dorothy Hayes co-chaired and put together to exhibit that Black designers in graphic communication actually can do this work. And they are doing the work. They showcase everything from graphic design to illustration to TV ads. And it was basically, here's what we are doing, we can do it, even though we're being overlooked. It was an exhibition, 49 designers, 50 were chosen, one got sick, so it got down to 49. They exhibited first in New York City at Gallery 303 before going around to different campuses and universities during their exhibition, as well as other galleries. One of the most popular ones was at RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. They had an exhibition right after the 303 gallery did, and it got a lot of recognition. Then it kind of faded away until it was picked up internationally and shown in Japan. Design magazine Idea did a whole article on it, which gave it international fame. So a lot of these Black designers now are getting name and recognition for themselves, but it became more international.
It's more than just naming a Black graphic designer. It's about understanding why you don't know them in the first place. Recently, Pierre has achieved his goal of getting his thesis, A SIN of Omission, cited in the 7th edition of Meg's History of Graphic Design. He now aims to serve on the board of a history book to decide what goes into it, and to give more representation to underrepresented cultures and people.
I'm just excited and proud that my legacy has been expanded into not just my thesis, but now into Meg's History of Graphic Design. I want to say that my job is accomplished, but it's not, right? It's a big step that I wanted to be cited within a huge canon, but my main goal is to get on the board. I just wanted to show people that there are people of color that are successful in the graphic design world. You rarely hear of people, especially when in the research that we do within the canons. So I just want to bring it to everybody's attention.